Yes, welcome. I welcome you to my podcast, and I want to speak or talk about traffic cameras in Kenya, about installing traffic cameras in our country, Kenya. And as a matter of fact, let me first of all put my disclaimer right before I begin. This topic, or what I'm speaking about, is not meant to replace the laws of our country, especially traffic laws, but it's for educational and informational purposes. And as a matter of fact, the Kenya government could use this information to change the way they are thinking about traffic cameras. And what I'm speaking about is what the president of Kenya talked about traffic cameras. That is a very good idea. 100% is a very good idea. But there's one thing you are forgetting. The president and Mr. Murkomen, I'm addressing to you this message. You have to take into consideration certain factors before you roll anything to the Kenya public. For example, ask yourself, whoever invented traffic cameras, what did he have in mind? In other words, before he created the traffic cameras, he created the purpose. What is the purpose of traffic cameras? Mr. President, I saw you talking about traffic cameras and the Chief Justice. I saw you talking about traffic cameras. That is a very good idea. But there's something very important which both of you forgot. And I have to tell you, because this is news which you gave to us, and we have to act upon the news which the government has given to us. Okay? So I'm not meant to replace the way you are perceiving about cameras. Ask yourself, what is the purpose of traffic cameras? Whoever invented this, what was his purpose? In fact, both of you never touched the purpose of cameras to get erected on traffic, on a highway or on traffic zones. This is what you have to bear in mind. Traffic cameras are not meant to make money for the government. That's one thing you have to remember. Traffic cameras are not meant to make money for the government. Traffic cameras are not meant to ease cases in the judiciary system. Let me repeat. Traffic cameras are not meant to ease cases in court so that you can give instant fines. That is not the point. Mr. President and Murkomen, you are missing the whole idea. I live in the village, down here in the village, but I'm well informed. Why you guys, you can't even do some research so that when you introduce, you roll something out, already the public have been, they are aware, the public will be aware What is the purpose of the traffic cameras? As a matter of fact, let me tell you something here. Traffic cameras are not meant to ease the police officer's work or court cases. No. This is the work of the traffic camera. In any zone on the highway where you erect a traffic camera, the purpose of traffic cameras were meant to curb down accidents on accident zones. In every accident zone in this Republic of Kenya, this is now where the camera comes in handy. And before you, even as you erect that camera, you have to put a warning sign before any driver approaches the traffic camera. And this is what you will do. You will write something saying radar enforcement. Be aware of radar enforcement. Because your purpose is to cut down accident. It's not to cut down court cases or to make money for the government. That is the purpose of traffic cameras. So, Mr. President, Mr. Morokman, and the Chief Justice, cameras are not meant to make money for the government. Cameras are not meant to ease cases in the court system in Kenya. Okay? Cameras are they are erected so that they can curb down accidents on such zones which are prone with accidents. So anyone, if it's a foreigner, anyone from anywhere, when he approaches that zone, which is accident zone, he will be aware that I'm approaching a dangerous zone on this road or on this highway. And then you put the camera there. Because there are people who it's difficult to do the right thing. So the cameras will take the snap, okay? And they will pay for it. So, Mr. President, educate the public about the traffic cameras. It's not about the government to make money. It's about the Kenyan people to drive on a safe road. That is what it means. It's not about making money. So please, everywhere in the Republic of Kenya, on the Kenyan roads, those zones which are accident zones, cameras to be erected there. And the people will follow. Wherever that we know that it is an accident zone, people will slow down. So you are not meant to give threats to the Kenyan public, but you are erecting cameras to prevent accidents. And I want you also to bear in mind, you know, the government of Kenya, you are dealing with human beings. There is a way you can introduce a law that can curb even corruption on the Kenyan roads. For example, if somebody is driving without a license, there should be a certain fine. He's given a citation. But you have to make that citation in such a way that the police will not demand a bribe. Say, if you say it's 500, he's given that citation and he's going to pay for that fine. Guess what? You are dealing with the minds, with the brains of Kenyans. The police, he will stand there and he will give me the fine or a citation. I will go and pay. It is cheap. You make it cheaper. The government of Kenya, you are making the police even to be more corrupt. Because you have hiked the payment of the citation to 10,000. And here the police will take only 2,000 or 1,000 and they let that criminal go free. But if you had put a citation of 1,000 or 500 or 250 shillings or 100 shillings or take that person to court, you know what? The police, he won't demand any bribe. That is the way to cap corruption and traffic-related accidents on the Kenyan roads. I'm appealing to the president of this Kenya and you, Mr. Murkomen, that do this. Lower the citation fines. Let me repeat this point very clear. If you can lower citation fines, it will cut down all corruption on Kenyan roads. You know, this is what will happen. If I'm driving, I approach a police officer. Remember, he's going to educate me. He's going to tell me your car has this problem. You don't have this in your car. He has already given me good information. And then he will tell me, I'm going to give you a citation for this. How much is it? It's going to be maybe 500 or 1,000. So if you lower the citation fines, guess what? The drivers on Kenyan roads, they are going to adhere to the rules, believe it or not. But as long as you are making the citations on high fines, it gives advantage to the police, Kenya police. They are standing on the road knowing that this one has an offense. And the fine is going to be 20,000. The fine is going to be 10,000. So, is receiving 1,000 or is receiving 500. So you see the point. So if you do that and you increase the police officers along the highway, you will cap down corruption. You will cap down corruption. Kenya will be a free corruption zone. But as long as you think you are hiking citation payment, thinking that you are telling the public not to overspeed or to do whatever, instead you are making this country to be even more corrupt. So Kenya government, if you take my advice, we are going to scrap off completely any kind of corruption on the Kenyan roads. Because I'm not going to bribe the police. I'm going to take a ticket because it's cheaper. Just in case I didn't adhere to the rules. But the one on the traffic cameras, you can increase even the fine. You can put it 10,000, 20,000. Because here, there is no a police officer in the physical. It is a citation from speeding camera. So Kenya government, I want you to put this in place. Lower the payment of citations on the Kenyan roads. All police officers, they are going to follow suit. They are going to be good people. They are going to forget about bribery. They are going to forget about corruption. Okay? So any traffic-related offenses, when the police officers are on the road, put a maximum and a minimum of citations. You can even lower it to 5,000, the highest. And you make the rest like 1,000 or even 500, as a matter of fact. Make it even 200. Try that method, and it is going to work on the Kenyan roads. Thank you, Kenya. Kenya belongs to us, and we have to tell you what you are supposed to do. Thank you.